Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sparkris Inspirations. I am taking advantage of the gorgeous late day sunlight today, and it is so beautiful outside in the 50s. So I'm going to do a fun combination, not only your daily pop of positivity for what's going to be happening this Sunday, which is also going to be a fantastic Scorpio new moon, but about the new moon and some of the energies coming in. And I love Scorpionic energy because it is about honesty and truth. You always see, in certain people's readings, they talk about that stinger of truth where people just aren't going to reside in any falsehoods anymore, and they really want to know where their life is going and what is really what and what people mean and their intentions and their implications and things of that nature. So we are going to start with Uranus, which I love. Now, this is definitely about breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, your insight, awakening. And there is an amazing awakening process happening for a lot of people right now where they just have clarity on where they want to go and what they don't want to have in their life anymore. And that's what new moons are so spectacular for. Like, what do I want to release? And today is quite exceptional with the way the planets are aligning too. There's a conjunction that hasn't happened in over 4,000 years where the slower moving planets are getting together and they're kind of reigniting our passions to do what we've maybe shelved or thought we couldn't do or weren't a possibility. And that's amazing as well. So let's see, with the focal point set on how can we nurture where we want to go and our best possible aspects. That usually starts for me with gratitude when I wake up. I just want to make sure these aren't going to blow away. So I am going to put some stones on them because the wind just picked up a little bit, and I hate when I'm like right in a momentary thought and then all of a sudden it's like I have to stop to capture some of the cards. So anyway, getting back to having our diversity and igniting what our passions are and what we want to do and staying focused on them, without getting doubtful or fearful, which a lot of people have been discussing with me on my DMs saying, I start moving in that direction, but when I don't get results, I get, despondent and I get sad and I have a hard time picking back up and rallying. And what we need to do is have gratitude for the fact that we even have these hopes and dreams and aspirations, because think of some people where they wouldn't mind if they just sat in a basement and watched TV all day long and they didn't want to see the world, they didn't want to know anything, they didn't want to go anywhere, they didn't want to connect with people. How that would be like the longest, most mundane, boring life. Like, treasure the fact that you want to know more and connect with people and have interesting experiences in life. And that's definitely what this is about. So start brainstorming and write down, okay, what is cluttering my field of vision moving towards a simpler day, a more kind of enriched day? Because for me, it starts with just waking up and feeling abundant and feeling together and feeling rested, right? And then having gratitude for what's around me and what's taking place. And a lot of that has to do with the really thoughtful and important communications I have with my clients and people and their comments and us figuring out things together, right? Because life can get a little complex and strange where we have family members, extended family, jobs, people that we work with that are just total pills, things of that nature, whatever happens. Pets that are disgusting and blow out hairballs all over the house because they feel like it. Any of you cat owners know that? But really, this is a revolution, an inner revolution of going, I am not going to settle for this. I know this makes me feel bad when can be anything, overeat, overthink, anything, you're overdoing it, because as, sometimes evil, as ego-driven moments, that just tells us get more of everything, right? You don't have enough, get more, whatever, can be clothes, food, whatever, and just inundate your stuff and have too much and then not be able to focus, see the forest through the trees because there's so much garbage. You ever just do laundry and pile it up and it looks like you have absolutely nothing to wear because everything is just in heaps everywhere. It's over much. It's too much. And this is about just tossing it all. This new moon is, I'm tossing all these facets of myself and behaviors that don't work and bringing in this, your true essence, your energy, self-awareness, being aware of self, what you're saying. A really good way to do this is a momentary pause before you respond to anybody when they're speaking. Taking a pause and evaluating before you respond to an email, especially if it evokes some kind of negative trigger in you. We all deal with people that they have components to their personalities that aren't that nice sometimes, right? They're very reactive, they're accusatory, they project things. So instead of getting involved in that lower vibration, we pause, we take a moment to see it from their perspective. This person is just naturally hostile. They're not with it. They're not balanced. So I'm not going to take on that energy. I get to decide what kind of energy I want in my life. And that is definitely not it. And this new moon is super helpful for that, to just go, no, thank you. Once I get embroiled in that, gets me nowhere. So you keep it brief and keep it to the point, especially if you have to speak to them for whatever reason and connect, just be like, bip, yes, no, keep it as brief as possible so you're not inveigled in their turmoil. Because I used to what happens, narcissists can do this. They just draw you in. They have a special kind of like net where they pull you in and they add confusion and gaslighting and all this stuff. And for a normal empathetic person, that can be, all of a sudden you're trying to figure things out while you're talking to them. But I always think of it like you're on a game board. Okay, so you're on a game board and you're trying to get to Park Place or where you want to go. You don't want to hang out with those crappy little purple places that cost $16, and even if you put a hotel, somebody only owes you 50 cents, that sort of thing. You want to get to prime real estate in your life where you're thinking. So get rid of all of that stuff and cruise by things that don't enhance your life. And that has to do with people too. We all have them, people that think we should be obligated to spend our time, resources, and attention on them. Hell no. This new moon is going to tell us we want to be here. We want our individuality. We're going to be shining. We're not going to be in some cookie cutter format. We want to just really be creative and expressive. You're ready to shine. And by doing that, you become very self-sufficient. You don't need other people to say, oh, you look great, or that's a great idea. You're self-sufficient. You know that all these creative ideas and things that you're deriving through source and yourself and your heart space are worthy, that they have value. You don't need somebody else to put their stamp on it and say, oh yeah, that is a good idea. Because it's funny when we get a lot of people in the mix and we're asking them their opinions. Opinions are crazy because especially for somebody's personal life and direction they could take, because with opinions, there's no real accountability. Say you have a political opinion, you can just say, oh, that guy's a jerk or whatever, but there's no accountability. That's just you expressing, and usually it's negative a great deal of the time. So what we have to do is just kind of deflect those and go, how would this make me feel to do this, to say yes to this opportunity, to say yes to this job, to shine, to go out, to do whatever you want and fully express yourself and feel good about it. And that's what you're going to be doing. This new moon is very helpful in that, because of the fact that Scorpio is all about the truth, being true to yourself, also asking people too to stand up. You said A, B, and C, holding them to account. If they said they were going to do something, be somewhere, whatever, that you are questioning that and holding them into account. And I love this. So ninth house is about seeking foreign travel, adventure, higher education, customs, faith, beliefs, pilgrimage, spiritual quests, aspirations, religion, journalism, gurus, risk-taking, everything. It's about advancing ourselves spiritually, knowledge, going, seeing, and experiencing new things. That's the path to growth. If we do the same things we've always done, we're going to have the same experiences, no new knowledge, no new feelings. And isn't it great, like, just say when you go to a new place, it can be, I think that's why people get so excited about like carnivals and festivals and things, because it's a whole arena of different sights, sounds, smells, and experiences, and we definitely crave that. And that's what's going to be going through your mind in this hard reset is, what do I really want to experience? It's going to bring me growth. It's going to bring me excitement that we wake up excited for, right? That Christmas Eve kind of feeling, like really rich, joyful anticipation of the direction we're going. And this moon is really going to shine a spotlight on that. Like, what do you truly have to look forward to that's going to offer you satisfaction in ways of job opportunities, new locales, things of that nature. And you're just feeling good and feeling like you're bright. And when we incorporate all of this, especially this beautiful, unexpected, untried, uncharted territory, we're going to have a lot of beautiful surprises. And again, we're able to reform and reconfigure our life in a way that has excitement and purpose. There's nothing, and I am like this. If I stay still in one area, just say like reclined on the couch or something, and I'm going through research and looking at material, or I'm just scrolling, all of a sudden, if I do that for an extended period of time and I'm getting new information, I'm feeling the same feelings, you know what starts to happen is it starts to become an energy drain, because we really do crave newness. We crave things that help us grow and revitalize us, right? Like when we wake up, the first thing I will reach for is, what is something I can get excited about today? Am I going to a really great park? Is the weather nice? Whatever it is, to reach from that and to have that be our stepping stone to then be like, this is how I'm going to feel good. And this new moon is going to be really helpful in that. So what really helps too is to make a list. What am I hanging on to? I need to let go of. What have I been participating in that I feel is a waste of time? What might be like detrimental to my health? Over imbibing in certain things. Usually it's just wasting time. People don't feel good about wasting time. So here's a few good questions. And if you guys are unaware too, tonight and tomorrow, I'm going to be running my new moon special read. So you get a 20-minute video read for $33.33. You can DM me or email me. And it's going to be, what rebirth would you like to see in this new moon? The best way to reconnect with your passions. It's so super important, especially when we feel restricted and we can't go as many places. What can reignite that fuel and that passion? Also, in what ways have we been self-sabotaging? Sometimes it's hard to recognize because we're the ones doing it, right? So sometimes when it's expressed to us, we can recognize it. What is the outcome of this new moon in Scorpio? Like, what can it really bring in and birth into our lives that we need and is necessary for change, growth, and better health? This is all about well-being, and just feeling a wellspring of that and self-care. And then how can you be your own best cheerleader? Because once we have nice and kind inner dialogue to ourselves, we think about ourselves and our lives differently. We look forward to things. We cherish ourselves. We know what we have, say, and do has value and worth. And therefore, we don't settle. And we don't put up with garbage. We reestablish boundaries. And this new moon is going to be really substantial in doing that, of like, I'm the hell no am I going to say yes to that when I want to say no. I'm not going to give out favors and resources like, I'm the Dead Sea filled with salt granules. No, thank you, because it depletes us. So this is great discernment, and I really love that energy for you guys. So that is you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. Enjoy this new moon and release. Don't forget to charge your crystals. Right when I started the reading, baby curled up on the back stoop and went to sleep. They love company. They want to live outside most of the time, but they want to be near us. Okay, so I need to take advantage of this light and do some more readings out here. Again, if you need a private reader, you want to take advantage of the new moon special, just DM me over on Instagram at sparkwist11 and or email me. All my links are down below. And I appreciate everything that you guys comment on, your likes, subscribes, your wonderful feedback on jewelry and everything else. I'm really excited about this piece, this garnet. I'm like, I love it. I don't even know if I can put it in the shop because I'm like obsessed. Maybe after I wear it a few times. And I can see Cheryl's probably drooling over there like, oh, garnets. So anyway, you guys, love and light to you. And thanks again for all your support.